Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. So today we're going to be doing a dupe palette of the new Natasha Denona Mini Crush. It is her new Valentine's Day palette that is on Sephora right now. It comes with one of the little mini 5 pans and it comes with one of her brushes. So I wanted to pull out some of my single eyeshadows. I wanted to dupe the eyeshadow palette because why not? Why not see what we have in our collection? And I want to kind of price it out for you guys to see if you could buy something similar in Color Story, like in Makeup Geek shadows or in, you know, some other single shadows where you can buy online, and see if the price would be comparable or if it would be more. I'm wondering, I'm pretty sure it would be more. If you like super easy makeup tutorials and unfiltered makeup opinions, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and here we go. The Mini Crush palette actually retails for $25 and it does come with a brush set. So it's like buy the mini palette and then you get the brush for free, because usually her mini palettes do retail for $25 just on their own. So keep that in mind. I actually have a mini palette. I can show you kind of like the size comparison and then you guys can see what it looks like. I do have one of her minis. This was actually one that was released at Christmas time. What one is this? It's really hard to read because it's the Mini Metropolis palette, and this actually came with one of her brushes, but Claire stole it, so I don't know where it went. That's okay, I have so many brushes right now. It is a cute little 5-pan palette. This is exactly the same size as what the Mini Crush would be. I do not own the Mini Crush because I'm pretty sure I already own the colors in that palette. Each eyeshadow in this is 0.028 ounces. So that equals 0.14 ounces for all 5 of these shadows. $25 for these little minis. A good comparison, obviously not the same Color Story. So looking at this one, it kind of looks really similar to the Mini Love palette, which I actually have the Mini. I have the Midi Love palette, like the full size one. I don't have the Mini Love palette. I've actually heard quite a few of the colors in this one can be duped with some of the other shades that are in different palettes that she has. But let's look at some shades from Makeup Geek, see if we can dupe this. I have this little empty palette here. You can fit about 9 shadows in here depending on the size of them, but I should be able to fit 5 in here, so we won't have a problem with that. First, we're going to look at all my Makeup Geek shadows. So I have a couple of missing because I had to build my own palettes. One of them actually broke, so I have to like try repotting it. And I'm pretty sure, oh no, maybe that shade that I have, it might be too red for the palette, the Love palette. So we have like a shimmery reddish color, a matte red, a really deep, it almost looks like a deep dark purple, a really light mauve pink, and then a shimmery shiny pink. And then I actually saw on Instagram some more stories that have to do with the Natasha Denona Mini Crush. So Julia F has some really great swatches on her Instagram. I can leave it linked down below for you. Her swatches are the ones that I'm gonna kind of take a look at today because she actually has a really good video of it as well. Here's her post here. So we have like a really deeper, like reddish color, a deeper purple, and then we have a shimmery red. It's like a reddy pink, reddy purple, and then a mauve color. So I actually have, I'm going to do the deeper red shade first. I really think it's going to be this one from Makeup Geek. It's called Berry Shady. This looks really similar to the swatch in Julia F's post. And then let's try, there's like a really deep dark purple. Really deep dark purple. I think I have it. It's called Aphrodite, but that might be a little bit too purple. It's kind of got a purple shade to it. So this is Aphrodite. From this, it's just it's too brown. I mean, we'll put that in there. It might work, but I think that's too purpley brown. So let's go back to purple selection in here from Makeup Geek. So we have Eternally Grapeful. This might just be too purple. Yeah, it's not enough of a berry tone. Wine and Dine. This is actually more of that reddy purple. It's still not red enough. It's called Cherry Cola. I think this one's still going to be the wrong color. It's not quite. It's close, but like no cigar. I think that's pretty close though. So I think we're going to use Cherry Cola. The last of the mattes. This one's like a very light baby pink. Ooh, I think this one right here is going to be the winner. So we have Pretty in pink. The only other color I'm thinking is called Cupcake. And I think that one might work as well because this one is just almost a little bit too pink. Let me see if I can find Cupcake. Yep, here it is. Cupcake. That one's a little bit better. It's kind of hard to tell. Let me swatch that again. This is just a little bit, it's not pink enough. It's too mauve. So let's try Pinky Promise. Oh yeah, that's better. Pinky Promise. I think that's that light pink matte shade. So let's move on to the shimmers. I see the red shimmer, and I actually have a really good one that I think is going to match this. It is called Curtain Call. So let's just kind of swatch this on. Oh yeah, that's totally that red shade. And then, so there's the red shade. And I'm thinking the very last pink one, there's a couple of options I have here. One of them is called Nostalgic. It's very similar. If you guys can see that. It's very kind of like blinding. It might be that one, but that one has more, almost seems too bright. Let's try this one. It's called Solo. I actually love this one because it's like a rose gold color. So pretty, but that's definitely not the color. And then there's another shade in here. It's called Whimsical. This one right here. I think this could be another possible contender. I think it's too purple though. Here. I think it's too purple. So, unless it's this one, it could be this one. So this one's called Pink of Me. Right here. It almost just seems, this might be too bright. So there's Pink of Me right here. Also in the photo, the very light mauve pink shade is not this dark. So in the swatches, it looks like that one matches, but in the photos, it doesn't look like that one matches. It actually looks like a really, really light pink shade. Don't really have like a super light pink. Like that one is like, it's like a white pink almost. That might be even closer though. This one is called Cotton Candy. So we're going to switch that one up. That purple one is actually like legit purple. So I'm wondering if one of my purple shades that I have would actually fit in there. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be one of my purple shades. And in the picture, it looks more like a berry tone. So here are the purples, some of the purples that I have. I have some purples in this one. So it's definitely more of a purpley tone, and it's almost berry. Like this one still makes me, it's called Wine and Dine, and that one really makes me think that, yeah, it looks super close. Like in the picture, it looks close. So I'm gonna clean off my arm. Clean arm. All right, guys. So let's arrange this in the way it would look in the Natasha Denona. So the first color is called Solo, and then the second color from Makeup Geek is called Cotton Candy, and then the third color is Wine and Dine. The fourth color, Berry Shady, and then the last color, Curtain Call. So here is my like makeshift palette. We'll hold this here and you guys can see a comparison between the two. I'm going to give you guys an eyeshadow tutorial with this one so we can kind of see how it turns out. And then at the end of that tutorial, I actually want to pull out my Midi Love palette, kind of see if we would be able to find something from that as well. Hey guys, back to current me. The tutorial is future me making this video. So I am going to dip into my Natasha Denona, I always do that. My Natasha Denona Midi Love palette. This one I actually got on sale and it was like 30 bucks a couple, I think it was last year. So I really wanted to take a look at this palette, take a look at this palette, take a look at the photo, see if I can kind of recreate that look as well. Apparently you should, yeah, you can depot the Natasha Denona eyeshadows, apparently. So you never know. But I think that this palette really does just have like the exact same color story as what the Mini Crush does. Like you could definitely do a very similar, if not the same eye look. So here are the swatches. These are all from the Midi Love palette. So the larger one usually retails for about $69 if you guys are interested in that. The only shade that really doesn't match is this one, but you could get the same effect from these eyeshadows as you could the Crush. All swatched up. So this one is the one from the Midi Love, and then this arm is the one from my Duped palette. So I'll show you guys the swatches from the dupe. And then as you guys can see in this corner up here, those are the swatches next to mine. All right, so there you have both sides of the spectrum here. So if you wanted to invest in the Natasha Denona Love palette, like the $69 one, like I said, it's $69. It has shades that are really similar to the Mini Love palette and then also the Crush palette. And then we have my dupe. This is my dupe palette, all from Makeup Geek. You can find their shadows on Makeup Geek's website. I will link every single one of them in the description box below for you guys. Now let's see how much the Makeup Geek eyeshadow palette would be. They used to do four shadows and like a little quad, and I think they were like maybe 20 bucks. And it's all a part of like the new Matrix system. So you can build your own palette technically on the Makeup Geek site, but it's either like a 9-pan or you buy a pre-made 4-pan. So if we were to just add each individual shade into my cart, how much would it be? So Curtain Call is $8.49. Berry Shady is $6.49. Wine and Dine is a matte, so it's $6.49. Cotton Candy is $6.49. And then last but not least, we have Solo. It actually looks like that one is not available from Makeup Geek anymore. So because that one is not available, I would probably replace it with that light pink shimmery shade, because that's like the closest. So let's see if that one is still available on Makeup Geek site. Now I'm kind of bummed because that looked really good. So the one that I would switch it with is Nostalgic. So let's see if that one's on the Makeup Geek site. And Nostalgic is not on the Makeup Geek site either. So the other one that I would replace it with is Whimsical, and that one I know is available because I have it in a square pan. We have to switch out I'm kind of bummed. I have to switch it out because I don't have those shades anymore. So I guess I can't use those. So I would switch it out with Whimsical. That's like the closest shade to, that palette. That's sad. But it still works, right? It still works. Kinda. Whimsical is the way to go. And I don't really have another, no, I don't have another shadow that would go in there. So we have $6.49 for the 3 mattes, and then $8.49 for the shimmers. So my dupe palette comes to $36.45. Wowzy. But you could make a 9-pan, and those ones actually, they cost less. I think they're like $34. So if you wanted to buy 4 shades from Makeup Geek for $18.01. So 4 shades for $18 instead of 5 for $25. Each shade from Makeup Geek is definitely bigger than the Natasha Denona one. 1.5 grams or 0.05 ounces. So that is definitely bigger than the Natasha Denona ones. The Natasha Denona ones are 0.028, whereas these ones are bigger. So you can get 4 shades for $18. You can do the 9-pan, 1 Travel Vault palette, and 9 shadows for $38. So if you do 38 divided by 9, it means they're $4.22 a piece, whereas the Natasha Denona, they are $5 a piece. So you could do a build your own palette from Makeup Geek. You could pick those shadows and then put a couple of extra 4 shades in there and kind of create your own Midi love palette, actually. So those are going to save you a lot of money. And then as for the Natasha Denona love palette, like the $69 one, I actually got mine when it was on sale for like $30. So keep an eye out on like Beauty Bay, keep an eye out on Sephora, keep an eye on some of those other retailers, and you can find the Midi love palette for, you know, like 30 bucks, I think is what I paid for it. It's super pretty, super pigmented. Her shadows are amazing. But these are some alternatives if you don't want to spend $25 and then another $25 on the Mini Love, and you can get a full palette for 19 bucks more. So here you have it, and you get a lot more product too. Just, you know, throwing it out there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you want to see more content like this, leave me a comment below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!